paying attention. I genuinely believe that the Jaguars have a chance of winning the Super Bowl
Take
this
him
year.
out.
Yeah, and I have a
well,
chance of becoming a quarterback.
Dejan, I'm gonna start making a list on your bad football opinions if you do not take that bet.
Yeah, no, that was obviously a joke. The real winner is going to be the Patriots.
Damn right, dude! Finally, somebody's getting on this wave.
I'm glad I clicked record right literally the nanosecond before Dejan said, I think the Jaguars are gonna win the Super Bowl. And it was completely just because I was like, okay, does this work?
No, the only way I see the Patriots winning is if everyone else's quarterback got injured.
Even then, like the
Even
Steelers,
then?
Yeah, every other team's got a forfeit for us to win, dude.
dude. Like I'm saying, like the Steelers still have like Justin Fields as backup.
Yeah.
The Ravens just got fucking Scoop back as their backup QB.
Hello, everybody. Okay,
Hi.
who is like chowing down?
Oh shit! I'm sorry. I didn't know you could hear that.
Hello, everybody.
So bad.
I hate you so much. It's bodacious true crime all over again.
Yeah, let's make as much noise as possible.
All right.
Hello, everybody.
And Dejan.
Hello, everybody.
All right. This is
Top of the morning.
all right. Hello, everybody. Welcome.
What's up, my bodacers?
It's funny.
If my camera was working, you could see the disappointment on my face.
Yeah, but it's not so.
All right. All right. Welcome to the first episode, the inaugural episode of All Riled Up. I am your host, Riley Sassinelli. Joining me today is my boy Dejan. DJ. How you doing, Dejan?
Hi.
All right. You think the Jags are going to win the Super Bowl? We'll touch on that later. Then we got Eunice, the guy eating food. What are you eating?
Some Twizzlers while itching my gooch.
I need to eat some
With
Skittles.
the same hand?
No, I'm not. My third hand.
And then we've got Gassan, Daddy Awali.
Oh, why does he get the fancy shit?
Because I told him to.
Yeah, no, he said he said call me Daddy. I'm just.
They call me
honoring his-
DJK Royale with cheese, man. I don't want no disrespect.
We got DJK Royale with cheese.
Thank
We
you.
got Dr.
Yeah,
Floppy.
okay. Everybody hop on my wave. Okay.
Yeah, you know what? Yeah,
Let's get something cool so not everybody else has to do it. All right.
Womp womp.
Womp womp.
Fuck you, you follower.
How are y'all doing today?
Pissed now that they're trying to cramp my style.
I'm chilling now that I cramped his style.
Fuck you, dude.
Eat my dick.
I got my
You
Skittles.
wish.
So for episode 1, we're just gonna go over our week 1 predictions. Literally less than 1 week. 1 week from the day that we are recording this, there will be football. And then I know Eunice is very excited. So am I. It's all I can think about. And then Thursday is the first game of the season, which I bet Eunice is very excited for. I am. And I have an image prepped if the Ravens lose.
Check, can we get that up on screen?
So you have an image prepped if the Ravens lose. What's your image prepped when the Ravens win?
I don't need to prep one because they're not going to.
Okay.
So, let's just jump into it.
sorry, can you say all of that again?
This one off because I have to because that's my team. I think that's fair. If it's your team, you get to start it off.
Yes, absolutely.
All right. So, check it. Tight game. No one scores above 28.
Oh.
Very close game. Ravens win by field goal level points.
Okay,
Like
so I was going to say, one thing I forgot to add was that I have the ESPN like betting odds pulled up.
Fuck.
And I was going to gonna compare like what we think to what the ESPN odds have. Does that sound okay?
I don't consent
know,
to
yeah,
ESPN.
What did you say, Gus?
Never mind, it's stupid. Nothing.
Okay.
Oh,
Jesus Christ.
wait, why'd that sound so personal? Did they do something to you?
No.
So
Okay.
to open up the season on September 5th, 8:20 p.m. Ravens at Chiefs.
Wait. Before you tell us what ESPN says, we got to go through everyone here. I'm thinking the game will be
Yeah, I know.
24-21.
Okay.
Ravens win. And honest to God, the reason I say that is just because the Chiefs, every year, you can look back into it, every year the Chiefs kind of play mid in their first game back. They don't really take it seriously until the second half of the season, where they just win like fucking 7 games in a row, make playoffs, and then rip everyone's ass a new one.
Right. Go and then three-peat.
Yeah, you know.
Dejan, what are you thinking?
Be gone! Never mind.
Sorry, okay, Gus. We'll do you second. Gus, what
What
do
the fuck was that?
you
I
thinking?
got a recon. Oh, what's up?
Oh, Gus,
Do it.
what are you thinking for the prediction?
Chiefs Ravens?
Yeah, you don't have to do a score unless
Chiefs
you
by
want
7.
to. Okay, Chiefs by a touchdown.
I just want to say,
Any
last,
reason? What were we saying,
I
Eunice?
just want to say, I'm sorry. Last week, I saw this this football thing that was coming out predicting the score
Mm-hmm.
for Chiefs versus Ravens, and someone said, like one of the professionals, they said like, I think like 17-10 Chiefs win. I'm telling you right now, if I see that goddamn 17-10 shit again, I'll just go into AFC. If I see that shit again on my birthday to open up the season, you're never hearing from me again.
Mm-hmm. Hey, man.
Don't get me excited, dude.
I was
Damn.
gonna say I hope that's what happens, but I'm not saying that will happen.
I'm saying I'd rather get blown out like 60-4 than that 17-10 shit again.
Dejan, what is your prediction? And why?
All right.
You don't have to say a score if you don't want to.
So,
Check it.
no, I'm agreeing with Eunice on. I think it's going to be a close game with like a field goal difference.
Right.
You know, but I am in disagreement of how low the score is going to be. I think the defense on both sides aren't going to be really in the moment yet. You know, start of the season, no one really is, but I could be wrong. So I think the defense is going to just be terrible on both sides. And it's going to be nonstop offensive plays, just clearing the field.
Nah, I disagree, honestly.
Really.
Honestly, me too, because I can't speak on behalf of the Chiefs defensively speaking, but like the Ravens defensively speaking, like that's what they prioritize more than anything. It's more likely that the offense will look bad than the defense will look bad for the Ravens. Like,
Well, yeah, I mean, they got Lamar Jackson, so of course.
who did you guys have? What's his name? Mr. McNobody?
Drake May, put some respect on it.
Drake May, the guy that threw how many picks so far the season hasn't started?
Yeah, the season hasn't started.
Season started, so
Dumbass.
0.
Mm-hmm.
It's like saying, "Oh, how many?" It doesn't matter, bro. It's not. The game hasn't started.
The first round pick that's not even your starter.
The season hasn't started.
He's 100%
No,
going to be
they
the
already
starter.
announced. The
Well,
other
no,
guy is starting.
Jacoby
Fuck.
Brissett is the
You
starter.
made me die, Eunice. Fuck you. Your bullshit claims.
Let's just set the record straight. Jacoby Brissett is the starter, but he ain't gonna start the whole season. Like they're gonna ease Drake May into it. The offensive
Well, yeah,
line
he just got out of college.
Yeah, the offensive line is bad. They have
Yeah.
to ease him into it.
Yeah, it's really bad. You make a great point, Riley.
We'll get back to that.
Yeah, I was gonna say we'll jump back to that
Yeah, we're
later.
not. Look at this guy, bro. He dick rides the Patriots so much. He'll bring him up when we're not even talking about him, bro.
Mhm, that
You
is true.
brought it. You were the one to start talking shit.
Who's still talking about it?
You!
You are.
Oh boy. Dude.
I'm defending my team. You just keep hurling accusations.
I was defending my team too. You started it with that Lamar shit.
Eunice.
I hope.
Yeah, we're talking about the Ravens right now.
Okay.
This is week 1.
You know
All right.
what? I don't.
DJ, please continue.
I don't want to get into it yet. Okay, yeah. You, Dejan, continue.
No, that was it. I mean,
All right.
I was understanding you guys were saying like,
All right,
you guys
next
think they're
game,
gonna
next
put
game.
No,
you
I
on
haven't
week
even
one.
said my prediction yet.
Oh,
Also,
yeah.
DJ said it was going to be a close game, field goal point difference, a lot of points scored, defense going to
yeah,
bet.
I
We
think
didn't
a
even
lot
say
of
who we
points.
thought was going to win.
All right.
Oh, I didn't? Oh, Chiefs, obviously. What?
Okay.
Yeah, he said he disagrees with who wins.
Oh, I thought he said he disagreed with the low score.
I don't know what I said. I just speak.
Okay, Riley.
I am not going to sit here and drag Lamar. But
Yeah, he'll do it himself. Don't worry.
Yeah, exactly. He never cracked 4,000 passing yards in a season. But what I will say is that I think this time around, like, say what you want about last year. This time around, I think they're going to keep this game close. And both of these teams have pretty much only gotten better. So I think that it's going to be a close game. ESPN has the odds at Chiefs -3. So that means Chiefs win by a field goal. I think that it's somewhere around that. Like the Chiefs are going to end up winning by only a few points, but I think it's going to be competitive down to the wire. And I could see it going literally either way. But I am more inclined to say the Chiefs will end up pulling out the win just because I feel like that'd be a very Chiefsy thing to do. They did lose their last opener, so to the Lions.
But that was against the Lions.
Yeah. Okay.
Right.
Let me tell you this, because I've obviously watched that game.
I did too.
The only reason the Lions won is pure luck, and because they had a terrible wide receiver.
Yeah, Chiefs mistakes.
Yeah.
All right. I would just like to say I completely agree to an extent with everything you guys have said. Yes.
Well, then you don't completely agree.
So I just on my dick. Just on
Okay.
my dick.
It's just a grammatical error, dude.
Thank you, guys.
The meat writing is crazy.
It really. I was just gonna say.
This is an intelligent talk show, dude.
Do I see the Chiefs winning? Yes, of course. I'm not fucking brain dead. The only reason I say Ravens is just because there is that they do also have a strong chance. You can't deny them either. I'm just picking favorites at this point, but I could see it genuinely going either way. If you tell me right now, from a year from now, the Chiefs won, I'm not gonna be like, holy shit. I'm gonna be like, oh, okay, yeah, makes sense.
Yeah.
Hey, Google, set a reminder a year from now.
I swear to God.
No, yeah, I think that
It's so petty.
I think it's like literally like I would say like 51% Chiefs, 49% Ravens. Like it's such a close.
You know what?
Game.
I think the Chiefs are going to take it in the fourth quarter for sure.
Yeah, I could see that happening.
Like the lead makes sense. I believe that.
I could definitely see that happening.
Also, I just want to say, what's up with the Lamar slander out of fucking nowhere?
Out of nowhere.
No, Gus, I understand. You're just a certified E1 league varsity hater. But for like Riley out of nowhere to throw that shade and like he never threw for 4,000 yards.
I was just stating a fact.
I think he's a little bit upset.
Yeah, I didn't hear him
Josh
lying or
Allen is
anything.
rated below Lamar Jackson last year.
I mean, still rushing for 1,200 yards in a season is crazy. Michael Vick couldn't do. He broke Michael Vick's record.
Right, because Michael Vick was still trying to be a quarterback.
When did he rush for 1,200 yards?
It was a couple of years ago. I think either 21 or 20.
All right.
Okay, can we get off Lamar real quick, please?
Just hold on one sec.
I knew he was.
Hey, Jarvis.
Because I literally have the Pro Football Reference page pulled up on another tab. We're gonna go look through this.
How did we get to Glaze and Eunice?
We're not.
I don't know what I did. I feel like I didn't say anything like too mean.
I'm on Eunice's side a little bit.
Don't pity him.
Okay.
What do I do? There it is. 2019, 1,206 yards on the dot. And then on that season, he threw for 3,127 yards.
I see.
Last year, I was hating a lot on the Chiefs.
Oh yeah,
But
well,
that
the
was mainly
Chiefs.
because of Taylor Swift.
You have to hate on the Chiefs because they're successful.
They're the new Patriots, yeah.
Yeah.
I
They
think
wish.
I genuinely don't like this.
What do
They're
you mean
watching
they
the game.
wish?
I mean, they
I don't think there's
wish.
anything wrong with the Chiefs. They're a good team.
They're a good. Well, yeah, I just don't like them.
I mean, they have some felons, but they're a good team.
The only person, like individually, I do not like from the Chiefs, like I think they're an asshole, is
Patrick
Travis
Mahomes.
Kelce. No,
That's
Travis
who.
Kelce. Just because I saw him in that I think it was the Super Bowl. He pushed the coach, which is like
But
a big no. You do not. That's the man you're supposed to respect more than
Who,
anything.
Andy Reid?
Oh yeah,
Yes.
he did do that. He did do that. I don't think that was in the Super Bowl,
would-
but he did do that.
no, it was the
Was he
Super
there?
Bowl. He
Oh, it was the
was
Super Bowl?
hit.
Yeah,
He pushed him, like shoved him with his
Yeah.
shoulder.
Mahomes
While
is a
yelling at him.
legit like crybaby. Like
Kermit the Crybaby, dude.
no, for real.
I'd rather a crybaby than someone who's an asshole to the man that gave you everything.
Yeah, exactly.
I feel like
Dude, for real though.
is it every other? I don't know how it is with hockey or baseball, but I know for sure for soccer, you touch the manager, you're gone.
Dude, you say the wrong word to the manager, you will never touch a ball again in your life. Even if you go to like a different team, they will never let you touch that field. You'll never look at grass again.
I think they try to be more forgiving because, first of all, Kelsey, like already a Hall of Famer,
Yeah.
can basically
He's
do
the
whatever
guy
he
that
wants.
everyone's comparing to Gronk now.
Yeah.
Okay, calm down.
They are comparing.
No, they
him.
are. They're saying some people say he's better. I don't agree, but some people say he's better.
I don't agree either, but I mean, you can't deny that there could be a comparison.
Yeah.
Yeah, there could also be a comparison between Drake May and Lamar Jackson. It doesn't mean it's a good one.
Okay, guys.
Yeah.
Technically, there's a comparison to everyone.
But let's be realistic with these comparisons. If I told you the three-time back-to-back champion, the three-time championship winner, two of them back-to-back tight end Travis Kelce, yeah, I mean, fuck, that's not impossible to say. Oh wow, you can kind of compare them. To
The
Gronk.
people saying it are the new gens, dude. Come on.
No, I think that is true. Like,
Maybe I'm just me writing. I don't know.
yeah.
All right.
So game 2 is Packers versus Eagles. It's in Brazil.
Brazil.
It's in Brazil. Eunice, I'm just gonna go
got-
in that order.
Okay.
Eunice, what do you
I
got?
personally have the Eagles winning it, but I think this will not be a close game. I like Jordan Love. I love how he plays. I love his whole team's dynamic and stuff. However, a lot of his guys are younger. He has a lot of young wide receivers, a young tight end, young QB.
They do have
They're
the
fixing up
youngest.
a lot of stuff.
They do have the youngest team in the NFL if you like combine and average out all the players' ages.
Them and the Broncos, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But what's it called? And I feel like the Eagles don't have to worry about that as a potential weakness. Everyone on that Eagles team has minimum, like everyone that's a starter, besides like the draft results from this year, of course.
Mm-hmm.
Like they all have at least 2 to 3 years of experience. They all have playoff experience. They know how to fight against really good teams. They know how to fight against really shitty teams. I think like the Eagles just have all the experience they could ever need to get a win and not make it close. I think it'll be at least like a 2 touchdown difference.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Gus, what are you thinking?
I don't know about you got to give the Green Bay Packers a bit more credit, in my opinion. I think the way they turned it around last year, if they keep up that same energy, I mean, I still think the Eagles are going to win, but I don't think it's going to be a 2 touchdown difference. I'd say it's either going to be 1 touchdown or a field goal.
Mm-hmm.
So like similar to like Ravens and Chiefs, like that kind of
Right, less intense. I feel like Green Bay's going to be like trailing behind the whole time, but it's definitely going to be a bit of a closer game, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
I can respect that.
Dejan, what do you think?
I'm agreeing that it's going to be a close game. I'm still saying Eagles are winning, but if anything, I think what's going to make or break make or break for the Packers is if they make one mistake. If they make one mistake, they're just losing.
Like one pick, one
Yep.
fumble, and that's it.
Mhm.
Yep. And because I do not see the Eagles giving them any chance to ever make that up.
Yeah, they're so nuts, dude. Oh, I can't wait to see the run game. By the way.
Oh yeah,
my God. I mean,
Saquon.
like
Yeah.
the Eagles, like actually, you know what? Rather you go, then I'll talk about like the Eagles.
So I think both of these teams, I well, I like the Packers a lot. Like they're going to the playoffs. Eagles are too. They were only really bad last year for that last stretch because their defensive coordinator was ass. Or offensive, whichever coordinator. I think it was their defensive coordinator.
Offensive.
Oh, okay. Their offensive coordinator, he was ass. That's the reason they lost to the Bucks in the playoffs. That's the reason they lost to the Giants in the regular season. They fired him. I think this year they're going to the playoffs. I don't know if they're Super Bowl they're like right on the edge of being Super Bowl contenders, but I don't think they will go to the Super Bowl.
I don't know. I think they're first rounders.
That's where I'm thinking, just because of how like the AFC is stacked, but the NFC is getting to the point where it's like I feel like they can contend. You know, you got the Lions, the Packers, the Bears. I hope will sneak into the playoffs. I think they'll be like 10-7, and they'll end up being like a wild card team. But
What I wanted to say about the Eagles, which is like influencing my answer a little bit with that 2 touchdown difference, was the first half of the season, the Eagles know how to cook. Like
Yeah.
I remember last year when the Eagles were like 6-0 or 6-1 or whatever, like everyone on Twitter and their mother was pretty much just saying, this is like week 6, mind you, everyone was just saying, man, I wonder who the Eagles are gonna verse in the Super Bowl.
Yes, yeah, because they had just gone the year before that.
Yeah. And they came out this season going 6-0 and stuff. That season going 6-0 and stuff. So I feel like they know at the very least how to open the season.
Yeah, they're another team where I don't really think they've gotten worse. So I would say I think this will be a close game. ESPN has the Eagles favored by a field goal.
Oh wow.
And I think that it will, like I said, I want the Packers to win. I
Oh,
don't
me too. Fuck the Eagles.
Yeah, no, I don't like the Eagles. I like the Packers. I don't want the Eagles to win, but I think that the Eagles will win just because I know the Packers have a like decent defense, good offense, but I don't think that they have like the level of star power that the Eagles got. I mean, AJ Brown, Saquon, Hurts is pretty good. And their defense is good, so I would take the Eagles by like a field goal. I could see it going either way, but I'll take the Eagles by a field goal.
Fair enough.
All right.
And
Next
then
up.
we got my boys. I'm gonna do this one first because this is how ESPN has it laid out. I'm just now realizing that's not how it is on here. Actually, no, we'll do it how it's on the graph. So Steelers at Atlanta.
Steelers at Atlanta.
The Falcons. Eunice, what are you thinking? I think I know where your head's at here.
All right. I'm going Falcons win. Close game. Because, in my opinion, the Falcons have, in this offseason, I can't think of one bad move that the Falcons have made. They literally have gone from like a 6-11 or a 6-11 team to like a possible 12-5 team for this upcoming season.
Mm-hmm.
Like their wide receivers, upgrade. Their running back, Bijan Robinson, no need for an upgrade. QB, huge upgrade. O-line, upgrade, like Matthew Judon, D-line, like Matthew Judon, Justin Simmons, big upgrade. The draft, sure, they had that funky first-round pick in Michael Penix, but using their second, third, and fourth round pick, they definitely like compensated and more than enough for all of that by picking 3 edge rushers in a row.
Mm-hmm.
I generally cannot think of a major flaw with the Falcons other than the fact that they might be too new might bite them in the ass. Like too much new shit is going on at once where the chemistry doesn't click. That's the only potential flaw I could see. Meanwhile, the Steelers, on the other hand, have like the opposite, where they they got rid of their old QB and now they got Russell Wilson and Justin Fields, who are a nice upgrade, but like I'm sorry, but I can't see either of those two being currently being better than like Kirk Cousins. Their D line didn't really get improved in the slightest. Their O line, honestly, nothing really changed there. They have one good wide receiver in Pickens, and that's about it. I got the Falcons winning this at least by like 10.
Mm. Gus, what are you thinking here?
Falcons by 14.
Mm.
Fuck the Steelers.
Yeah.
That's all I got to say about them.
Dejan, what are you thinking?
I'm thinking Falcons. I mean, but I don't want to say I want to give the Steelers the benefit of the doubt since Falcons. I don't know how good their chemistry is yet, and I'm gonna
Right.
say it's a closer game.
Hmm.
I'd say probably just a touchdown difference
I think.
at most.
Mm-hmm. I think that like if whichever team loses will basically only be because their quarterback failed them. I feel like the Steelers, like, yeah, they don't have really the wide receiver power that like the Falcons have. Because I'm looking at their depth chart, and I mean George Pickens is pretty much their best wide receiver. They've got Najee Harris, uh, but I think that Russell Wilson, who I don't see playing more like
He's not him, bro. He's just not him.
I heard something on another podcast where like he's playing himself out of the Hall of Fame. Like he just needs to retire. Like and it's
That's a
so
very good point, dude.
it's so true. He won didn't he win did he win 2 Super Bowls or did he go to 2 Super Bowls and win one?
I think I know he won one. I think he went to two, maybe.
Like he was good, but he is not like I've watched Russell Wilson highlights. I've seen clips from that Super Bowl. He's good. He is not uh it's just he's not him anymore. And
Honestly, the problem with Wilson, I don't think he's as good as he was. Honestly, I feel like he was surrounded by, especially on the Seahawks. I mean,
oh my
their
god, the
defense
Legion of
was
Boom.
top tier. Yeah, exactly. He was surrounded by such talent that he was allowed to get away with his mistakes. And when he went over to the Broncos, he couldn't, like, he didn't really have that compensation that he did with the Seahawks.
Yeah, no,
Yeah, I feel like he was just heavily overestimated based on his environment.
I completely agree, and I also I I hate not as a person, but I think he is the biggest um just like he cannot get it done, and that is Kirk Cousins.
Yeah.
Kirk Cousins and Russell Wilson. Like Russell Wilson, like I think he improved last season, but he's still not really at that level anymore. He's got to retire. Uh, Steelers literally have him on a 1 year. Like they had to pay 1 million. I think he's getting paid 80 million by the Broncos right now.
Damn.
Because they released him, they had to pay out all the rest of his contract. I think
Right.
I think the Steelers could win this game, but if they do win, it will be because Kirk Cousins couldn't like. I mean, he's coming off an Achilles tear, and
True.
and he's
True.
up there in age. He's like what 35, 6, 35,
36.
36. So I think that, and I'm gonna say this later again because we're gonna talk about my boy A-Rod. You know, I don't know if with his age he can get to the level that he needs to be at. And I'm not saying Kirk Cousins is the worst quarterback in the world or that Russell Wilson is the worst quarterback in the world. Daniel Jones exists.
Very
So-
true.
So, which I can't wait to talk about. But like, I think if the Steelers end up winning, I don't think
Fuck!
they will, but if the Steelers end up winning, it will be,
At the fault of the Falcons, not
And-
at the glory of the Steelers.
and even then, it will be by a field goal because the Falcons defense is like has gotten a lot better,
Even I won't lie. Like my little brother is a Falcons fan,
and I hate his ass.
so he's made So he's made me how the fuck you got beef with a high schooler, but whatever.
I know.
It's just okay. That threw me so off guard. But the Falcons defense, even last year, before all these major upgrades, like they were not doing bad at all. Like they have, I believe his name is Jesse Bates.
Yeah. I heard of him.
Who was like the number one guy for secondaries ranked and voted for. So I mean, like they were already had like some nice power pieces. I just feel like all these moves that they did now for the defense with like Matt Judon, Justin Simmons, that was just like clay to fill in the gaps.
Right. So I'm gonna take the Falcons. I think the ESPN odds for this, like the betting odds, are too low. They have the Falcons only favored by a field goal.
Jesus.
I got them
It
favored.
sounds like they're being very conservative with these predictions.
Oh, wait until we get to like the next game. It's gonna be a huge jump. I think that, like I was saying before, if the Falcons end up winning, it's because like the Steelers are not really like all there this season. This is kind of a bridge year, because they got Russell Wilson on that 1-year deal, and they've got Justin Fields just kind of sitting behind him, potentially going to take the job later down the season. I think that the Falcons, if the Steelers end up winning, it's only by a field goal, and it's because the Falcons couldn't get it together this season. And I would take the Falcons by minimum, like, I'll go crazy. No, I'll just say like a touchdown, because the Steelers still have a good defense. So I think they'll be able to stay in the game, but they're not going to be able to win the game. So I'll take the Falcons by like a touchdown.
All right. Next up, this one should be pretty straightforward.
Bills by 1 billion.
All righty.
All right. Eunice.
Yeah, let's be realistic now. It's obviously the Cardinals by 10.
Oh, boy. Eunice. Eunice,
Nope. You
give us.
got to start us off because it's your team.
Okay. So let's start with so it's Cardinals at Bills at 1 p.m. This
I don't know why it made me laugh, like as if like when you said the time, like that would have an impact.
So let's start with the Cardinals. Kyler Murray, not bad. Injury history. But go ahead, Gus.
I don't know. I'll let you make your prediction first.
Kyler Murray. I think I've seen a lot of people say he is a top 5, 6 QB. I don't know about that, because like I said, he was gone last year for a decent amount of games. Couldn't really see him play. But I said this in my first video, I don't know if the Cardinals win more than 8 games this season, because they haven't, they have some pieces. Things are getting to that point where they can potentially in the next season or two start making runs at the playoffs, but they're not there at this point. I mean, they've got Marvin Harrison Jr., but that's one receiver, and their tight end, I forgot what his name is. Isn't it like
McBride?
Yeah. Terry McBride. I've heard good things about him. I just don't think they have it there offensively. And then I would have to pull up their defense is like points per game, but I mean, how many wins did they have last season? I think 7. And I expect them to have around that many wins this season. And I think that the Bills' defense, they were pretty good last year. They lost a lot of key pieces. But I think that, and I am a Bills fan, so I'm a little biased, but I think that, it's still like to the point where like the Bills' defense is going to be solid this year. At the very least, they'll be like good enough to win some of these tougher games. Maybe they lose some of the tougher games because they, the defense doesn't hold together. But we'll see, because we got some guys coming in from the preseason, like Joe Andresen or whatever his name is. I don't know how to say his name. Excited for him. And the man himself, Josh Allen. And I'm sure it's going to come up. Bills have no wide receivers. I think there's pieces that, Diggs really wasn't even that big. I think he had 7 catches in the last 6 games. So the Bills won all of their last 6 games in the regular season, not the playoffs, obviously. And Diggs had that many catches. Like, they'll be fine without him. I think that I'll take Bills by, I think this is going to be a blowout. Like, or at the very least by 10. And now,
All right.
I give Eunice the floor.
After the glazing we just went through.
And don't say shit about interceptions, because I have something pulled up on my, like, I have so much shit pulled up on my computer.
Believe it or not, I actually had no intentions of bringing that up. You brought that up on your own accord.
Okay.
Anyway.
Go ahead.
Anyway.
Yeah, go ahead.
All right. As much as I would, love to shit on the Bills, unfortunately for me, they're versing one of the worst teams in the league.
Mm-hmm.
So for me to say anything about the other team winning is nothing more than just me fucking dick riding and just trying to be annoying on purpose. I will say, and you made this point yourself, yes, the Bills lost a decent amount of some key players on their defense. I forgot his name, but the guy what was it that he ripped his pectoral?
Matt Milano.
Matt Milano is a painful loss. It's not like he's like God or anything, but like to lose him does hurt. And of course, you brought up the point too of wide receiver took a bit of a hit, but I do agree that in terms of like the ladder, the Bills receiving core, it's gonna be fine. Like, worst case scenario, like they might go from like an A to an A minus B plus. Like, they're fine. The run game, James Cook, great running back, very good. Honestly, there's not much to say about it. The only possible bad thing that could happen to the Bills is, since their wide receiver core is so fresh, you got like a rookie on there, you traded for another guy, etc. The only thing there that could go wrong is similar to what we said about the Falcons and the whole chemistry not being there. But I think they are working on that, and even they knew that could be a problem. That's why in the preseason, Josh Allen actually started a few games to practice throwing to some of his new wide receivers, which I think was really smart. I think the Bills are going to win. I think it'll probably be a blowout. And the only thing that could go wrong for them is the lack of chemistry. But even then, I think even with an absolute lack of chemistry, the Bills still got the win.
I agree with you, Eunice. Before anybody continues, I just want to say I looked it up. Cardinals were ranked 13th against the pass and 25th against the run last year, barring any.
So with such a bad run defense, even if the wide receiver core isn't there, you got James Cook to carry.
Oh, sorry. Actually, I take it back. They were ranked 13th against the pass and 25th overall out of 32. This is barring any new additions, but still.
Yeah, sounds about right. DJ.
No, Gus.
Yeah,
Oh,
Gus.
sorry. Gus.
my turn? Okay, what you guys aren't realizing is that the Black Ops 6 beta is probably going to be closed by the time the game starts.
And Kyler, there's no double XP weekend. I forgot.
Yeah, he's gonna lock in, dude. He ain't got shit else to do. So for that reason, I'm taking the cards by 3.
All right.
What?
No,
Did you not just hear me, bro?
Eunice, don't
Uh,
Eunice, don't you know that like statistically statistically Kyler Murray does worse when there are COD double XP weekends.
yeah, and Black Ops 6 beta would probably be. I think it's closed when the game starts, so he doesn't even have shit to play.
Yeah, so he can, you know, unless he's playing Overwatch.
I think I just
Yeah, right.
on my left.
Wait. What did you say, Eunice?
Did Eunice die?
Dejan, give us your predictions while Eunice comes back to life.
I'm
Okay.
Oh wait, he's back. Wait, Eunice, are you there?
I hate this laptop. All right. Let's keep going.
Okay, yeah, Dejan, go ahead.
I would love to agree with Gus here, but he's wrong. So
You guys are tripping, dude. You know what? Y'all owe me $20 if the cards win.
I'm down for
Hey,
that.
I'm down for that, to be
I
honest.
don't own $20. I generally don't have $20.
Me
Just say
neither.
you're a pussy, dude.
All right. So yeah, no, I'm going with Bills. By 10, I would say.
Mm-hmm. ESPN has the odds at by 1 touchdown for the Bills.
Yeah, that could easily change, dude. Come on now.
Yeah, they can make one more field goal. Buzzer beater.
Come in. Hold on, y'all.
Yeah. For those who are still listening to this podcast, someone just entered Riley's room. Now it's time for us to fuck.
What?
Come here,
Fuck her
Eunice.
up.
All right. If
Come
we're
kiss me
doing
on
this,
my
we're
hot
doing it
mouth.
right. Dibs on the middle.
Oh. What do you mean, middle?
You know what I.
Oh, we gotta give Riley a sex, dude.
Oh, perfect timing.
He wants to join in. No, we know.
Nah,
we
we
know
got
you
you.
want to join in.
Yeah, hey, we got you, dude. We got you, Riley.
We got you.
So, Chad, if you guys can't see, he corrected
Gus,
himself to say sex.
I'm editing it out, Gus. Don't even.
No, don't worry.
Yeah,
Dude, I was
screenshot,
talking to Chad, dude.
You can't even see what I'm like looking at right now. You don't even know if
I don't
like
care.
if the chat is even in the frame.
I'm live streaming.
Yeah, actually,
Yeah, it's
secretly,
live.
I've
Yeah.
actually been, I
we're
didn't
live
want to
on
tell you guys
Twitch.
this, but I've actually been Mr. Beast this whole time. I'm live streaming.
You monster. Get the fuck away from me, dude.
You let Noah be a part of the fucking thing? Hello?
Yeah, that's weird.
Don't add that, by the way. Make sure the Eunice thing gets cut off.
Yeah, I
Like,
will. Now, I was gonna not edit this, but then I was like, oh, now everybody was flaming me. I have to do it in post. Okay,
My
so
pride,
Larry
dude.
that he was not joining in on the gay sex.
next, okay, I'll keep it in. Next, next game is Titans at Bears, and we'll let Eunice take it away. I think this one's also pretty open and shut. Actually, the next couple might be.
All right, Bears. No. Like, the Bears pretty much did the same thing that the Falcons did, where they rebuilt pretty much everything, except they also rebuilt their running back class. The Falcons didn't really have to do that. And the Titans did fuck all offseason. I think they signed a wide receiver, overpaid him
Calvin
like
Ridley.
crazy. Calvin Ridley, they overpaid him like fucking crazy. And that's all they did. Meanwhile, the Bears signed Keenan Allen. They got Caleb Williams. They got Rome. They got DeAndre Swift. They upgraded their defense. Like, I can't see the Bears. The only way the Bears lose is if they're their own worst enemy.
Mm-hmm.
I think Bears at least 10-point diff.
Yeah, what do you got, Gus?
I mean, it's hard to disagree, dude. It's the Titans. I mean, enough said.
Pretty
But
much.
Bills probably by four. Bills. Bears probably by 14.
Uh,
The Titans.
Dijon. What
I
about you?
completely agree with Gus. I'm saying 14 Bears.
And honestly, I have to like. Okay, I like the Titans, and I
I don't.
am higher on them than I think a lot of other people are. But there's literally no way that they win this game. Like they got Sneed, traded him for from the Chiefs, and I think they signed Calvin. I thought they signed Calvin Ridley.
Wait a minute. Are
Or
Bears?
oh yeah, he's on the Titans. What did you say, Deshaun? Sorry to cut you off.
Are Bears playoff material?
I think so.
Possibly.
It's like they're a wild card team. There's no way they win the division
Yeah, their division. They're not beating Green Bay or the Lions.
or the Lions.
Long shot.
I think they. I don't think they beat. I don't know. I think they split with one of those teams, and they'll end up winning. They'll go either 9-8 or like 10-7, and they'll either just barely miss the playoffs, or they'll be a wild card team that gets like exited after. It depends on who they have to play. But yeah, I think like I'm trying to find the ESPN betting odds for the Bears. They only have the Bears winning by 4.
By 4?
Yeah,
What a
and-
weird fucking number.
yeah, it's just with the how like people bet. I guess it's 4.5 or whatever. I don't know. I think that is another one where it's probably going to end up being like not
I mean,
necessarily.
I
Go
just
ahead.
looked at the schedule, and I see the Bears going like 9-8.
Yeah, I think they might end up winning a game where like they're not supposed to win, and they become 10-7. But I think 9-8 is like, and that's a good season for the Bears because they only had 7 wins last year. So I'm thinking like Bears end up winning. Good like easy first game for Justin Fields, or for Justin Fields. Fuck, for Caleb Williams. And I want to watch this game, but the Bills are playing at the same time, so I won't be able to. But yeah, I think that I wouldn't say it's going to be a blowout, but it would be like 10, at least 10 points. We'll have to see how that Titans defense holds up. Gus?
All right. Start us off, Gus.
Patriots at Bengals.
49-0 Patriots, obviously. Enough said, dude. Bengals. What's his face? Burrow. How long has he been off the field? I mean, he's not scoring shit against that Pats D.
I
mean, they're just a super team, really.
right.
I feel like they could potentially score a touchdown on every drive if they really wanted to.
I'm glad that you have your expectations set like pretty reasonably for this team.
Yeah, man, I like to like be a bit more conservative with my expectations on the Pats, especially after Tom Brady. But
right.
I feel like that's perfectly fair if they do a little bit worse, still a good sign for the rest of the season.
You know, Gus, you're not going to like this. I'll just spoil it right now, but the Bengals are 9-point favorites.
That doesn't mean anything. It means a lot of people are losing their money. That's all I got to say.
Eunice, why don't you bring Gus down to reality?
We're gonna play that?
You.
I mean, okay.
Wait, actually, John, you go first. I'm gonna override Eunice.
Yeah. So obviously, I don't know a lot, but I definitely don't know a lot about the Bengals. So I was gonna agree with Gus on the Patriots winning this. Now, seeing the 9-point difference, ESPN,
What are you trying to say,
sure anymore. I mean,
right. Yeah, make all of your informed decisions based off betting odds. Nice strategy.
Actually,
dude.
you know what? You're right. ESPN sucks. I'm going with Patriots.
There you go.
DJ, to put it in perspective,
Patriots by
besides Tom
6, okay?
Brady, DJ, to put in perspective, besides Tom Brady, the only other guy to knock Mahomes out of the playoffs was Joe Burrow.
Yeah.
Patriots
And
by
he did it
3
what,
now.
once?
Patriots by 3.
Yeah.
Eunice?
You know what? I don't care enough for me to not worry about Gus.
I don't care that these
barking at
guys are
me.
idiots.
Yeah.
Don't know what they're talking about.
You guys are crazy.
Bengals, I know a lot about the team, obviously.
Oh, I
They're,
know you do.
Division rival. I have to. Bengals, I mean, they upgraded their O-line a little bit in this offseason, and that's all I could really say about that, because to be fair,
They had to.
there wasn't really much. There wasn't really much that needed repair last year. They have, Jamar Chase, T. Higgins, the tag team fucking nightmare duo with Joe Burrow throwing out points like it's nothing. Even their backed up QB still got them a positive record. It's
Yeah.
fucking horse shit.
Jake Browning.
Yeah. Coach, he's there. He knows how to make plays, even in the most tight decisions. If the fucking Patriots get more than 10 points, I'm calling horse shit. I'm sorry. It's Bengals, and it's not close. This is the same thing as Bills versus Cardinals. Bengals got this shit easily. I hate to admit it because they're division rivals, but that's such an easy win for them.
I am not going to.
All right, man. Well, I hope your expectations aren't too high. That's all I gotta say.
I want the Patriots to win. I don't want the fucking.
It doesn't sound like it.
I am not going to drag the Patriots, but I think the reason that Jacoby Brissett is the starter is because their O line is not good. They it's just they do not stand a chance against the Bengals. I think the Patriots defense might be able to hold on. I don't think the offense can. So yeah, I see this being a blowout. Unfortunately, Gus, I'm sorry.
I'm about to blow your brains out. Keep talking shit.
I'm not talking shit. I'm just saying the truth.
Right. You call it the truth. I call it a death wish.
All right.
After everything you guys just
If the
said,
Patriots win, Gus is not letting us.
If the Patriots win, you guys owe me another $20 each.
I don't have money.
I don't have money either. I'm just gonna say deal. I'm just gonna say deal.
okay, so after everything Eunice and Riley just said, I'm gonna say Patriots win by 1.
By 1 billion.
All right.
I'm like
Next
down.
Next Texans at Colts.
All right. So
Eunice,
Texans.
go ahead. Yeah, Texans.
Texans win.
Yeah.
Colts. I don't know how the Colts still have a fan base after all these years of mediocrity. I cannot. I have known and have been interested in football for at least a decade, and I have yet to meet someone to tell me something positive about the fucking Colts other than they're not that bad.
I don't know why you
I
dislike
can
them
tell you
so
something
much.
positive about the Colts.
Huh?
I'm with Eunice on the Colts here.
Yeah,
No, I
I
can
know
tell you
you
something
are,
The
Gus.
best
about the
thing.
Colts.
No.
No.
The
All right,
best
listen.
thing.
Gee, Gus.
The
Listen.
best thing I
Yeah.
ever hear anyone say about the Colts, the best thing is they're not that bad.
Okay, can I just interject really quickly? Not to shit on you, Eunice, to
Please,
shit on
go
Gus.
ahead.
Gus, can you tell me if there is a specific reason why you dislike the Colts? Is it perhaps a certain guy who played for them a while back? Big ass forehead.
You know what? I'm gonna leave that to you. What do you think, Riley?
It is.
Yeah, use whatever you got in your frontal lobe, and you tell me, bro.
Mm-hmm. Dejan, what are you thinking here?
All right. So on Eunice about the positivity about the Colts, I can tell you one thing. It's a horseshoe.
It
So-
is pretty cool.
It's a horseshoe. I played the game. It's okay.
I get it,
But yeah,
man.
no, the Texans are winning. I don't think any sane person thinks it's the Colts.
Now hold on a minute.
Oh,
Okay.
So I don't know what you're talking about. I like the Colts. Last year they were good. Like Anthony Richardson was good until he,
We don't need good, we need great. Come on now.
well, okay, Anthony Richardson was good. He got injured. The Colts almost made the playoffs. And then they, unfortunately, threw an interception right before they were about to score, and then the Texans ended up going to the playoffs.
But to be fair, I'm
Yeah.
sorry for cutting you off. The Colts, look at their division though, to say they almost made playoffs.
Well, the Jaguars didn't, I guess they were one win away. The Jaguars had a very roundabout way of getting into the playoffs.
The
And
AFC
even then,
South has one good team and then just mid bad.
yeah. So I am gonna give it to the Texans. Like, they're obviously very loaded, but Jaguars were 9-8 last year. I just looked it up. So were the Colts. And I mean, I'll give it to the Texans by, a touchdown or two. I know ESPN's got them Texans by a field goal. I think that's a little, overblown. But then we've got next game is Deshaun's Super Bowl favorites. The Jacksonville Jaguars. I said that so weird. The Jacksonville Jaguars at the Miami Dolphins, the incarnation of Satan. Eunice, what do you got?
Dolphins easily.
Yeah.
Trevor Lawrence does not know how to play against good teams. The
No.
only way the Jags are making it in the playoffs or even just beyond the wild card round, they need the Falcons schedule of this year. They need that type of schedule. They need the easiest schedule.
And I mean, I just sent the schedule strength of schedule.
I think they could beat the Jets.
They've got they have their strength of schedule's up there. So I don't know. I believe they are 8th in terms of toughest strength of schedule. Gus, what are you thinking here?
Are we still in the same one?
We're doing Jags Dolphins.
I mean, the Dolphins by 14, dude.
Oh yeah, I think this one's a blowout.
Yeah, who does Trevor Lawrence even have?
Yes.
He got some. They got some players, but I'm trying to look their depth chart up, but it's still really not there to a level where I would say I would be confident in them doing well, especially this game. They got Travis Etienne. Gabe Davis. Oh my God, that's lit. What the hell? Okay, yeah, Brian Thomas Jr. And that's literally it.
Sounds about right.
They have not great
That definitely doesn't change my answer, so
yeah.
opposite.
I'm looking at the depth chart, not great. Deshaun.
I think we all know what I'm
Yeah.
gonna say.
Jaguars.
I mean, it's the Dolphins.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I think what's going to happen is the Jaguars are going to take an L for the first game. Then they're going to come together like one of those Disney sport movies.
Remember the Titans?
And they'll end up pulling out they'll end up making it to the playoffs and going to the Super Bowl.
Yep, and then yeah.
Keep in mind, guess who? You know who started out 0-1 last season and ended up winning the Super Bowl? The Chiefs.
I know.
So
I saw the game.
It's pretty possible. It's pretty possible.
I hate to say it, but that was the Chiefs.
I can't believe that
Discriminating,
that's true. I can't believe the line is set as low as it is, because I hate the Dolphins so much, but this game, easy win. ESPN's got them at -3.5, which means that they would the Dolphins would win by 3.5 points.
I just want to say I have no idea how Jacksonville every year they say this shit. This is the year Trevor Lawrence breaks through, breaks out, and when did Trevor Lawrence get drafted? 2020, 2021?
2020.
I mean, this is year 4.
Yeah, it is.
I'm sorry, but if there's no playoffs after 4 years of being the overall number 1 pick, you're like, I already think he is, but like, even they have to start admitting he's a bust.
I also think he's a bust. I think that, I mean, he got drafted the same year that uh the 2020 draft class is horrible.
Wasn't Joe Burrow in there?
No, he was 2019.
Oh, okay.
You got Trevor Lawrence. I think was Sam Darnold 2020.
I do that.
Very, very bad quarterbacks. I'm looking it up right now. We've got okay, you know what? I take it back. So 2020 draft class. Oh no, this is not right. Okay, yeah, he was 2021. I take it back. Yeah, Justin Fields, Zach Wilson, Trey Lance, Mac Jones, and Trevor Lawrence.
Yeah, like literally nobody that's done anything that's worth a shit.
Yeah, all busts. Like, except what do you think about Mac Jones, Gus?
Well, don't even get me started on him, dude. Holy shit.
Yeah.
I hope he burns him. I can't even say that now.
And he's on the Jaguars.
Poetic justice for me, dude.
Yeah, so I
At
think
least now his career is officially over.
hey, if Trevor Lawrence goes down, I can't wait to see Mac Jones. And Trevor Lawrence is coming off a bad injury from last year.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, I mean, I think unfortunately, Dolphins by, several touchdowns. Next game, Panthers Saints. This should be pretty quick.
You know what? Honestly, both the teams are kind of mid. The only thing is I'll give it to the Panthers just because at the very least
Panthers.
they have the younger talent. They have the younger talent who last year had a lot of trouble. I don't know. These are both like fucking like I'm sorry. These are both like 2-15 teams. I'm just gonna give it to the Panthers because they got younger talent.
Gus.
I don't even think this game matters.
It doesn't.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter, dude. Who gives a fuck about these guys?
No, yeah. Both of them are ass.
This is the game you flip to in between like downs and shit.
Mm-hmm. You don't even put it on Red Zone.
Yeah, but upload this game for free on YouTube.
That would bring in so many people. Dejan? Actually, no, it would turn away so many people because both those teams are ass. Dejan, what do you think here?
Saints.
I also would take the Saints.
God, if I know how close this is going to be.
Oh my God, this is going to be like a fucking 3-6 game.
Probably.
Yeah, I agree with that. 3-6.
I think both of these teams are so, like Eunice said, mid. They're ass. Like the especially the Panthers are awful. The Saints, I think, are bad too. But yeah, this game like does not matter at all. I can't even find the ESPN like betting odds. Okay, here it is. They've got Saints -4. I think like if this, that's the thing, is it's gonna be a low scoring game.
Oh, for sure.
The score might be 4-0. Like I think the Saints quarterback Derek Carr is super bad. Like
they just keep dropping the ball, kicking it around.
They're doing fucking Harlem Globetrotter tricks instead of trying. Yeah, like Derek Carr is really bad. So I I don't think either of these teams get more than 6 wins this year.
If you're somehow a Panthers fan and you're watching this, the hell are
Yeah,
you doing?
we don't want you here because I guess they have the second easiest schedule, the Saints do, and the Panthers have the fourth easiest schedule. But I still don't see the Saints winning more than 5 or 6 games, and I don't see the Panthers winning more than, if I'm going to be honest, 3 games. But
honest to God, I think it's such bullshit that we have to say that the Falcons, Saints, Panthers, and Buccaneers have the easiest schedule. Because the reason they have the easiest schedule
'Cause they
is
were
because
asked
a third
last
of the schedule is each other.
yeah, oh yeah, that is so true.
Like, there's a reason why the Browns, Steelers, and Ravens and stuff, like, they have the hardest schedules because they have to verse each other.
Mm-hmm. That is true. And the Panthers, they won 2 games last year. The Saints won 9. So maybe the Saints get to like 7. I don't think they get back to 9. So I'll give it to the Saints. It is going to be a low-scoring affair. I'd be shocked if it wasn't.
Right.
And then,
I just want to say, by the way,
go ahead, Eunice.
or earlier you brought up the 2021 NFL draft class is when Trevor Lawrence was picked.
Mm-hmm.
And the only notable QB to come out of there who wasn't like a complete dumpster fire was Justin Fields. And that's saying something when he's the backup QB to the Steelers behind Russell Wilson.
I still don't really think Justin Fields is very good. Like, he's...
Oh, me neither. I'm saying he's like the only one that's not a complete dumpster fire.
I'm trying to find a quarterback that, like, isn't, like... We got, yeah, like, very bad. They're all very, very bad. Then we got this is another game that does not matter, but I think might be more enjoyable than the Panthers Saints.
Mm-hmm.
Is
I'm
Vikings Giants.
I'm just gonna say it.
That will be hilarious to watch.
I think the Vikings will win. It'll be like one of their only 3 wins this whole season.
Yeah, probably.
Just because even though both the QBs suck ass, at the very least the Vikings have other weapons that don't involve the QB, like their running back.
Uh-huh.
Like the Giants have nothing. At the very least, because they just got rid of Barkley. If they had kept Barkley, this would have been like an even game. Where yes, the wide receivers are whatever, it doesn't matter. QB sucks, but like it's pretty much a running back versus a running back. But now it's just the Vikings have a really good running back versus nothing, a paper mache wall.
Did you see the clip from Hard Knocks about Saquon leaving?
Oh, well, about like them saying like we don't have to pay him yet and stuff.
Yeah, so they didn't think that they let him go, test free agency because they were like, oh, nobody will pay him what he's asking, and then they were shocked when he found a team that would pay him. So, and they were all blindsided. They were like, oh, I didn't think he would actually do that. And the owner was like super upset about it because they know, like, and not only that, but Malik Neighbors, I feel so bad for him because he didn't even want to go to the Giants.
Who would?
Yeah, exactly. They're very bad. I was thinking about this earlier today. I think either if you play Daniel Jones this season, you will get the number 1 draft pick next year, and you will be able to draft a quarterback next year. Or you could play your other quarterbacks, like your third string, your second string quarterbacks, and then you might be able to win 5 or 6 games. But other than that, like, I think the Giants are cooked. Like, I don't think the Vikings are much better, but at the same time, the Giants are so bad that it's funny. The ESPN odds for this game are the Vikings are favored by 1 point. And it's just because both teams are so bad that I I think the Vikings will win, but yeah, they have so many other weapons. Sam Darnold is bad, but you know, they don't have Daniel Jones, so they'll end up winning. What do you think, Gus?
I think just for the just for the bit, I wanna go with the Giants. I feel like the Giants are definitely gonna win a couple surprise games, and by a couple I do mean two. I think this might be one of them. So
Okay.
yeah, I'm going Giants by 3.
It's possible, but I would say yeah, if the Giants end up winning, it's in spite of Daniel Jones. It's not because of Daniel Jones. Like,
Yeah.
Dejan, what do you think?
I'm gonna glaze a little bit.
Okay.
One net just out the gate. Obviously, in my eyes, Vikings win.
Right.
But I'm just saying, put JJ McCarthy out here for the entire year. You're not making playoffs, but just put him out there, let him play. And next year, you're gonna get something cooking. I'm just saying, put JJ McCarthy out there. I'm just saying, man. Come on,
He got injured.
You gotta be kidding me! No shot.
No, you were joking, right? Like you knew that, right?
No.
Oh, yeah, no, he I forgot what he did, but he's gonna miss the entire season.
You gotta be shitting me.
Eunice, is there anything else you wanted to add? Because I think
No,
you
actually, no. I'm gonna continue my rant first of all.
go off.
First of all, I mean, obviously, they purposely injured him. I'm just saying, they're too scared.
Yeah, they're
Tell
like,
him.
we can't do it.
For those who don't know, I'm a Wolverines guy.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, baby. We got
You guys
two
make me sick.
Spartans in the fall.
Oh yeah,
dude.
we do.
They're whiny crybabies. I'm just saying. They said something about us cheating, and I don't know, this and that, this and that.
And you did it
But
too. Like,
I don't know about that. But damn, what a shame. I actually did not know he got injured.
that's hilarious. I thought you were like joking the entire time, like you were setting me up to tell you, like, hey, he got injured.
No, I was not paying
Well,
attention preseason at all.
Yeah,
The
no,
only
it's
thing-
understandable.
The only thing that I can say in complete confidence about the Giants is the highlight of Malik Neighbors' career will be 4 years from now when he in free agency goes to a different team.
Yeah.
Bro, what are you doing?
And you know what? I'm looking at the Bills' salary cap.
Relax. Everyone has a good salary cap 4 years from now.
I'm just kidding. I wasn't looking at it. But
Yeah,
no,
we got like $200 million 4 years from now. We might afford it.
hey man, I'm just saying the Bills to mark my words, the Josh Allen to Malik Neighbors connection is going to be crazy in 4 years. Maybe 5 if they franchise tag him. But
All right. Next
Eunice,
up.
was there anything you wanted to say? Because I kind of just assumed that you said like your thing at the beginning, and then
Yeah, that's it. Vikings will wait because at the very least they have a running back that can like rip through human flesh like it's butter.
true.
He
All
got
right.
a knee injury.
I hope he does well because I want Aaron Jones to get me a lot of fantasy points.
They just don't want to see a brother win.
Next up, and this is the start of the 4 p.m. Games, we have Raiders Chargers.
Okay.
For Jim Harbaugh. Eunice, go for it.
I say, if it was any other game besides the first game of the season, I'd say Chargers instantly, just because they outclass the Raiders in pretty much everything, except for like tight ends. I'll give the Raiders that they have a much better tight end situation with Brock Bowers. But like everything else, the Chargers win. The only flaw that I see with the Chargers is like Jim Harbaugh is back on this team. And they have a nice running back, Gus Edwards. He plays really nicely. But like I said, like that's all they really got for them. And a new head coach is a very like dangerous position to be at. Even like we know Jim Harbaugh has proven that he knows how to work a team. But even then, like that first game is always really risky.
Seems
So
like
just
you're working
because of
him
that,
over Jesus, dude.
huh?
Seems like you're working him over Jesus, man.
Mm.
I like Jim Harbaugh.
You like him a lot, huh?
Yeah.
Gus,
Anyway.
Gus, we both saw last year's game, MSU and U of M. You don't have to be that upset about it. It was last year.
Don't worry, it'll happen again this year. But anywho,
It will.
but anywho,
Trust.
Rust. Uh, I'll just say Raiders just for the sake of the fact that they have a decent defense, a nice tight end, and they also have like a more consistent team than like how they had last year. The Chargers have like too many risky elements. Not really that many wide receivers that are like more than like a 4 out of 10. And that's like all they have going for them is Gus Edwards and their new coach and Justin Herbert. That's it. That's their 3 things going for them.
Gus, what do you want to say on that?
I really like Herbert, and I want him to like. I do want him to like do well in the NFL and have a good career. I love the
Yeah.
dude.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, I hope they win, but I mean, I don't see it being a blowout or anything. But I think the Raiders might take it by a hair.
Yeah, like a field goal, mostly.
Yeah, something like that. I don't see them winning on. I don't see them winning much of anything, honestly.
DJ, what do you got here?
Um, yeah, I'm gonna probably say Chargers. By a touchdown.
Because
No, that's it.
I just do not believe in the Raiders at all.
Me neither.
that's very fair.
And
I mean, yeah, they are the Raiders.
the ESPN odds have it by a field goal for Chargers. I don't have a lot of faith in the Chargers, but I have less faith in the Raiders. So
Yeah, I mean, if the Chargers are going to win anything, it's definitely going to be a Raiders game.
yeah, so I think the Chargers will. It might not be a blowout necessarily, but it will be classic AFC West game, and keep it clean, and Chargers end up winning.
Sure.
Next up, we got. I think this one, not much to say here. Broncos at Seahawks.
There is one thing. There actually is something I want to talk about.
Bo Nix.
I think no. As much as I like Bo Nix, I like his play style. I like his like how he stays calm, cool, collected, whatever. I'm giving this to the Seahawks because no one's been paying attention to the Seahawks besides like I've been like looking at them a lot ever since they took the defensive coordinator from the Ravens last year. They've been making a lot of plays, but only on the defense side of the ball.
Mhm.
Like, honest to God, offensively, they've done fuck all. They haven't changed a goddamn thing other than fucking the NFL draft picks. Like, that's all they've done for that. But, like, in free agency and shit, like, they've been making upgrades like crazy to that defense. I generally believe the Seahawks, have all the pieces to have at least a top 12 defense for this next season.
Okay.
So I'll give it to the Seahawks based off of defense because offensively, they're both going to be ass. Defensively, the Broncos are going to be ass, but the Seahawks might win, at least in that regard, and that could be what they needed to push them over the edge against the Broncos.
What do you got, Gus?
I think both teams are going to be in the single digits. I think the Broncos are going to have 0. I think 7-0. I mean 7-0. I got nothing else to say. I don't. Who do the Broncos have, dude?
Bo Nix,
And that's
Jerry
about it.
Jeudy.
Nope, Jerry Jeudy went to the Browns.
What's the other guy's name?
No, dude.
He's a wide. Yeah, exactly. The fact that we're struggling to. Cortland Sutton is okay.
Yeah, that is a player.
He is their wide receiver 1.
This team has players.
I'm trying to this team has players. I gotta get that picture.
I mean, somehow they're like way worse than last year.
Literally,
I know.
the only thing they had going for them last year was Jerry Jeudy. He's gone.
God,
Them last year kind of is like what the Giants are going to be this year, where the only thing going for them is Malik Neighbors.
What do you got, Deshaun?
I think no one's surprised I'm saying Seahawks here.
Oh yeah.
Wait, really? Way to go against the grain, dude.
Yeah. Okay. I'm trying to think how close this would be.
I think the
It's gonna be low
closest it could,
scoring, dude. It's gonna be low scoring. It's
dude.
gotta be.
I
Yeah, it's
generally
definitely
think-
low scoring.
I think the highest this game could possibly be is like 14-10. Like that's the highest I'll go.
I'd say 14-0.
Yeah, the Broncos are just not scoring, dude.
Bro, I mean, dude, I'm being serious. Like that Seahawks defense actually got scary this offseason.
Uh-huh.
You know, I'll say 6.
6-0?
Yeah.
I think they missed
Two
the field
field
goal
goals.
or to get 2 field goals.
No, 2 field goals.
Oh, okay.
Honestly, I could totally see a no touchdown game between the two.
Like OT, no touchdown too. Eventually, like after like the third OT, the fucking ref comes out with like a coin, says "Fuck it, heads you win, tails
No,
you lose."
it'll be a draw.
Yeah.
No, I like no. I wasn't really paying attention to the voice, but whoever said they missed the field goal, I'm going with that now. It makes a touchdown. Completely
extra
missed. Yeah.
All right, Riley.
I'm going with the Seahawks, but like I know you like Bo Nix. I think he's okay. I don't think he'll be very good this year. But it's because he doesn't even have a chance to be good because his team is so bad.
Yeah, I genuinely believe and like next year with free agency looking how nice it is with wide receivers and the draft class for wide receivers is looking so nice already.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think if the Broncos want to do anything, they gotta fucking put it together with that free agency. They're kind of like in a similar boat as like the Patriots are. I talked to Gus about this, where it's like next year with that free agency, with that amount of cap space that they have, it's now or never.
Right.
Or I guess next year or never.
Yeah, so I'm taking the Seahawks. Like, I think the Broncos are they will probably be the second worst team in the NFL, maybe the worst team. Like, it's between the Giants and the Broncos.
And I mean, like, let's be honest too. Like the Seahawks, what's his name? It's either Geno Stone or Geno Smith.
Geno Smith.
Geno Smith, he's not bad. Like he's at least like Justin Fields level, where he's mid at best.
He is mid at best.
He's like a solid like 5 out of 10, maybe a 6 out of 10 on a good day.
Yeah, I would agree. I think he's mid at best. Like, he's not putting anything. He's not going to the playoffs.
But he knows at least how to throw a punch in this fight.
Exactly. So I think Seahawks. They'll start off 1-0.
All right.
Then we got the Cowboys and the Browns. You would
In
not
my
believe
honest
who ESPN has winning this game.
In my honest
Cowboys?
opinion,
No.
I think it's going to be a good game to watch. Like I actually think like
It
I
will
would
be
recommend
Tom
this
Brady's
game
first
take
game
part.
announcing. Sorry to cut you off.
No way.
Yes,
Oh,
it will
Gus
be.
is definitely watching. Gus will do anything to
Holy
hear that
shit.
man's voice again.
It's going to be his first game announcing.
Gus is
I hope
watching.
he
He's
cares
gonna be
for the
he's not
Cowboys.
gonna be watching the game. He's gonna have a blindfold, all just jerking off to Tom Brady's voice.
All right, bro. This is something you would do, man. You only you come up with this.
I'm just saying that's crazy for your mind to go there.
And it's
Anyway.
on
Why didn't
camera.
you think of that, bro?
Anyway, I think this is gonna be a really fun game, just because like in terms of defense, they're about even. They both have really, really good defenses.
Uh-huh.
In terms of offense, I'd probably give it to the Cowboys. The Browns made a nice grab with Jerry Jeudy, so now they have Jerry Jeudy to help with Cooper. So now they have a good wide receiver 1 and wide receiver 2 to help with Deshaun Watson, fighting on the field and in the courthouse.
Mm-hmm.
But
I like that.
But like I generally think like the Cowboys like have a slight edge in offense, and that's gonna be the deal breaker why I'd say like Cowboys. But I think this is gonna be like a very close game. Like honest to God, like I could see this game coming down to like safety level points, like 2-point difference, 3-point difference.
Gus, what are you thinking here?
I mean, based off last year, the Cowboys have a lot to prove for themselves. I feel like they kind of have to start off on a strong note this year after just to kind of shake off what happened in the playoffs. I think they're gonna take it because of that. You know what I mean? Like they got to start off on a strong note. Both good teams, in my opinion, but I think it's either gonna be a field goal or a touchdown. It's definitely gonna be a nail biter. I think at least for the first half.
Right.
Yeah, I can see like the final point, the game deciding point happening in like the last drive, like the last 2 minutes.
Deshaun, what are you
Yeah,
thinking here?
Yeah, I'm gonna agree on that. I do think the Cowboys are gonna win. I agree that it's gonna be a very close game. I think, yeah, probably just a 3-point difference.
Would you believe it if I said that ESPN has the Browns favored by 2.5 points?
Yeah,
I mean,
ESPN is wrong.
if that happens, like the Browns win by field goal, I'm not gonna like jaw drop or anything.
Yeah,
I'm like,
no.
okay, makes sense.
If there's one thing I hate, it is Deshaun Watson. He is so bad that it's like kind of not even funny. It's a little sad. Especially because the Browns spent so much money on him.
And it ruined them.
And it completely, destroyed them. I mean, they had Joe Flacco, but the Browns need to learn. I don't know how many years are left on the Deshaun Watson contract. I think it's 2. But the Browns need to learn that, like, they cannot win or at least be contenders with him. So, and I think they will, but not this season. Like he'll ride it out this season, and then he'll either be traded to the Giants or someone who doesn't have the like correct decision making to like realize that it's a bad idea, or they'll just be like, okay, you're not coming back, and then he'll go play free agency as a backup somewhere like, I don't know. I'm trying to think of like who really needs a quarterback. New England.
The Giants.
Yeah, the Giants. So yeah, I don't know. I think that I don't want to. I think that it's going to be close. I think the Cowboys really didn't make much free agent moves, so I will take the Cowboys just because, like, I think they have a slightly better roster. Maybe by like 1 point. If the Browns won, I would not be surprised. But I'll take the Cowboys. And then
I agree.
next up, Commanders Buccaneers. I think this is another game that kind of doesn't matter.
Yeah. If I had to give it to anyone, I'll just say Buccaneers simply just because they at least have some veterans on that team that have kind of an idea of what they're doing.
Right. What about you, Gus?
I mean, this is obviously like an easy win. It's an open and shut case, dude. Commanders by 14.
And Dijon?
I'm gonna go against the grain on this one. Bucks.
How's that against the grain? I agreed with that.
But Gus didn't.
Oh,
Yeah.
fair enough. I'm stupid.
And I think Gus has a better understanding than us. So
I just made that up. I know nothing about the Commanders.
Oh man, because you were so confident. I'm like, okay. I was like, I guess Eunice saw. Like, I thought, me and Eunice was going against, But
oh my god.
Oh well, then I'm gonna just confidently say Bucks. I don't know enough about either, to be honest. So I'm gonna say, you know what? I'm gonna go the exact opposite. Bucks 14.
I'm thinking like I like I like the Bucks. They've got veterans. They've got Mike Evans, Baker Mayfield. Um, but like the Commanders, the only reason I'm not picking the Commanders is because I don't know what their baseline is because they've made moves. They drafted Jaden Daniels, and I don't know if they're gonna be able to win. Like, I don't know, if they win a game, it would be something like this where it's against an opponent that like people don't have high expectations for, like somebody that's kind of just middle of the field. Like the Bucks kind of just quietly snuck into the playoffs last year because everyone else in their division was bad. So I like the Bucks, but I would say probably gonna have to give it like to the like Bucks, but only by like a little bit. Just because I don't know like what the state of the defense will be, and I don't know what the state of the Commanders' offense will be. But if the Commanders do win, I would not be surprised. ESPN's got Bucks by 3,
Yeah.
which
I mean,
I
it's
think
just
is
it's
reasonable.
mid and it's literally just mid and midder.
Yeah, because I mean, like the Commanders, like I think they'll be okay this season, but they're not making the playoffs. Just because we don't know Jaden Daniels and I think he looked good in the preseason, but at the same time, he's not playing against starters, so I kind of don't care. And yeah, we just don't know. So next we have the
My
Sunday. This is
boys.
the Sunday night football game. Rams at Lions in Ford Field. Dejan, please tell us.
I mean, not to. All right, unrelated. I want to start off by saying the amount of people I see on the internet saying you guys are forgetting it's the Lions. They're going to be bad, bro. We are the same team as last season. The same team, but better.
Better.
Yeah, they are
But better. So I genuinely believe we're easily going to playoffs. But for this game, Lions win. I'm gonna give credit to the Rams. I'm gonna say just by a touchdown.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, yeah. I mean, it's not like the Rams are like bad by any means.
I know. I just like I know people don't generally like the Rams, at least from my perspective, because Stafford. But I mean, Rams are a solid team. Definitely, I could definitely see them going to playoffs again. Now,
Yeah.
we just have to see when the game starts because the Lions have usually disappointed me in the second half, so
Mm-hmm.
we'll just see.
Yeah, last NFC
But
Championship.
yeah, no, I'm gonna just stick to what I said about just a touchdown difference.
What do you got, Eunice?
Honestly, like on paper, the Lions kind of like outrank the Rams in pretty much everything. Defense, they got it. Secondaries, they got it. Running back, they got it. Wide receivers, motherfucking Laporte, Amon-Ra Brown's a fucking demon. And the only person, a wide receiver that can compete on that level to an extent is Puka Nakua, who already is showing signs of like being like it was his rookie year last year, right?
I believe so.
And I mean, like this offseason stuff, he's showing signs of like wear and tear already because he's like pushing his body to like a point where he's not supposed to be to compensate for his team's lack of efficiency. I think it's going to be an easy win for the Lions. I really think this might not be a close game at all. I think this might be like a blowout to hype up the fans for the Lions.
Now, the only reason I'm disagreeing is because since the Rams are a solid team, I can see it has happened before. We get cocky about it, and then we just fall apart.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I'm keeping it within a touchdown.
Right.
Because I don't know what's going to happen to their mentality when they get on that field.
Right.
Because we could just be stumping the Rams first half, like I said. You got to wait till the second half. But, as soon as that second half starts, Rams got their stuff together and we're falling apart because we think this is an easy ass win.
Yeah. I feel that. Trust me, I know. What are you thinking, Gus?
Honestly, first off, I just want to say I love watching the Rams versus the Lions so much. I always enjoy their games. Um, for this year, I think I have to disagree with Eunice that it'll be a blowout. Not because he's overestimating the Lions. I feel like you got to be underestimating the Rams a little bit here to think it's a blowout. Um, I think it's probably going to be by 10 points at the most, Lions. I still do think they're going to win, but um, if the Rams take it out, I wouldn't be like, what the fuck just happened, you know?
Right. So I think that like the Lions are the same team but better.
Oh, for
And
sure.
so are the Rams. So I think that it is, but I think the Lions are Super Bowl bound minimum. Minimum. They are NFC championship game bound again. So I would say it's probably going to be Lions, but I would give it like by a field goal. Last year it was, I think, 24-21, like for in that wild card game. I think it's going to be a repeat where it's just like by a field goal. If the Rams took it, I wouldn't be surprised, but I am much more inclined to say Lions. Like the defense has gotten better, so it could be by a touchdown, or by 10 points, but I would say like even less than that. I think this will be a really good game,
Oh, for sure.
and I'm excited to watch it cuz I am watching this one.
Yeah.
And then the last game of the week, Monday night, we have the Aaron Rodgers led Jets versus the Niners in San Francisco. Eunice, who do you got?
Honestly, like on paper, you just want to rip the band-aid off and say the 49ers. Just because like I feel like they outclass them in so many things. But I just feel like the Jets, their secondary defense is so deep that it's insane. Like they're at least like in the top 5 argument for secondaries. And against a guy like Brock Purdy who throws like an NPC, I feel like they can really take advantage. I generally think if the 40, I can see this going either way. If depending on how the 49ers play, if they play their run game a lot more heavy than their throw game, I can see the 49ers winning by like a touchdown, maybe a touchdown and a field goal, like a 10-point difference. But if they try to get cocky and do a lot more passing than running, I can see the Jets like making it blow up in their face and taking the win by like a field goal. But I guess because of that, I have to say like 49ers, since like the best case Jets scenario I could see is like winning by like a field goal.
Mm-hmm. What do you got, Gus?
I don't think there is a chance in hell the Jets are winning the game. Aaron Rodgers missed a year. He's old. I mean, we don't even know where the Jets stand. Like, I feel like you can't make a good prediction about them and how well they'll do, because I mean, we haven't seen him like really in action with like fully healthy.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, even then, like, they don't have that kind of chemistry. They haven't worked with each other long enough. Aaron, like I said, A-Rod second year, but his first year playing really. And from what I've heard, he's missed a lot of practices as well. I just 49ers by 17, man.
Dijon, who you got?
I'm going to say 49ers.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm along the lines with Gus on this. And genuinely, I might be a little shocking, but I do think this game might be a blowout.
Really?
Yes. I do not see Aaron Rodgers putting in work to keep
Not
it
in
at
his
least
first game, man. Not in the first game of
yeah,
the season.
yeah. To because the best he could do is keep it a close game. That's the best he
The
can
best
do.
he could do is have a cool opening like he did last year.
And then it snap his Achilles. Which, by the way, did you guys know the guy who snapped his Achilles was signed with the 49ers?
That is fucking hilarious,
Yep.
dude. Oh my! Hey, I 100% guarantee that there's a bet that the same guy will do the same thing this year.
And he's
Bro,
gonna get
yeah.
on
Tell
the
you right
field,
now,
and
in
I
the
am
locker
down.
In the locker room, the coach is like whispering sweet nothingness into his ear. I'm like, hey, you want to do the funniest thing in NFL history?
You know he's doing his daily affirmations, dude.
He's literally, that's his only thing he's been practicing in all these training camps.
Yep, Leonard Floyd.
He hasn't practiced a block. He hasn't practiced an interception. He hasn't practiced anything but going after that fucking Achilles.
Leonard Floyd, he was a Bill, and love him. It would be so funny. Not saying I want it to happen.
It
just
would be
saying
so
it would be so
awesome.
funny.
I don't want it to happen either. Like, I want to watch A-Rod, you know what I mean?
Yeah, me too.
But it would be hilarious.
It
So,
would be so fucking funny.
Dijon,
Like, you know, I never pray for an injury or anything, but that would be so fucking funny.
it would be hilarious. Dijon, was there anything else you wanted to add?
No.
So, I think Aaron Rodgers as a player, he's amazing. He, back-to-back MVPs, but that was years ago. This is now. I do not think he will be the same person that he was.
How old is he?
40.
40.
He's turning 41 in, I
His
think,
body is falling
December.
apart. Like he needs to leave.
Yeah, I think
If he retired like 4 years ago, he'd be in the Hall of Fame, but he's just ruining it.
Yeah, so I think like the Aaron Rodgers is that the Jets have made a huge mistake, and they're just going to keep doing it because they do this all the time. Where they, they're like, oh, we gotta rally behind Aaron Rodgers, and then they're just, they shouldn't be rallying behind him. It's a huge mistake to put all your stock into a guy who's going to turn 41 before the season ends and
Yeah.
is just no people who come back, people don't come back from Achilles tears at 41
And
or
walk
at
it off.
40.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he missed all of minicamp because he was on some kind of retreat in Egypt or something.
Yeah, he was taking shrooms, dude.
Yeah, he missed all of the preseason because they said they don't want to re-aggravate his injury. If it's that much of a concern, he should not be the starter. So, if Aaron Rodgers somehow, even if he comes back, he's not going to be the same player he was. Even if he plays good, he's not playing at the level he needs to play at to beat Mahomes. To even make it to the playoffs, they have an extremely hard schedule. Like, they've got to play the Niners, they got to play the Bills twice, they got to play the Dolphins twice. They've got, it's like they've got like their schedule.
How's your secondary looking?
It's good. They have one of the best defenses in the league, but it's like. It's not.
It means nothing if you have not a consistent QB.
They had the best defense, or not the best, but they had one of the best defenses in the league last year. And Zach Wilson was their quarterback. How many wins did they have last year? I think, let me look it up. They had 7. So, if Aaron Rodgers stays healthy, they will go to the playoffs. I don't know if they're going to win the division, but we don't know who Aaron Rodgers is going to be. We don't know which version of Aaron Rodgers we're going to get. We're not getting the one that's, the one that went double back-to-back MVPs. He didn't even play good in the last full season that he played. So they've got to play the Bills twice, the Texans. The Steelers might be tough with how good their defense is. The Niners, the Rams, and that's kind of their toughest games. So, not like they've got, I looked it up, they have an above 500 schedule. So it's like slightly middle of the pack. But, so I think if Aaron Rodgers stays healthy, playoffs are guaranteed. If he stays healthy, but then he has to play like he used to, which I don't think he will. And I would say that it is like, I'm not saying I want it to happen. I'm just saying I wouldn't be surprised if he got injured again
Yeah.
Yeah.
because he's too old.
I know I kind of said it jokingly, but seriously, his body's falling apart. He needs to leave.
Yeah, like
How's their O-line? Because he better have some serious protection if they expect to do anything.
it's been fixed, but
Okay.
I'm sorry to cut you off. I just read something so fucking funny.
what?
So I'm reading this thing from PFF, where it's like who will lead the league in NFL in rushing yards, and they have like their 5 guys, and they each pick their guy. Who out of the 5? Only 2 of the 5 said Christian McCaffrey. You know what the other 3 all agreed on over Christian McCaffrey?
Brees
Brees
Hall.
Hall.
Yeah. I think he's good. Like, the Jets have so many good players, and their defense is good, but they live and die by if Aaron Rodgers can come back and be the player that they signed last year.
Not to mention, like, even if he stays healthy, his age is catching up to him.
Yeah.
Where it's like, if they break through that defense, like, he's not outrunning them. He's not doing like Mahomes, Allen, Lamar.
Yeah.
Burrow. It's like, he's not running. He's gonna have to take a knee then and there. Like, don't even bother running for it. Just take the knee.
Yeah, like, so that's what I was gonna say was even if the O-line is good, it doesn't matter. Like, there's always gonna be times where he can get sacked, and how do we know that he's not gonna just get injured on a routine sack? I know he did some kind of experimental therapy to like try to get his Achilles.
He took acid in the Himalayas and said he saw Jesus, bro. That's why his experimental shit was.
Yeah, so like I know that he's got some kind of treatment. Maybe he will come back, but I just I don't see it. So sorry, New Jersey, the New Jersey Jets. I think the Niners will win. I don't know if it's going to be by a blowout. Like, it'll be, I think with how good the Jets defense is, it's going to be close. But if Aaron Rodgers, like, they have to win this game to silence the people saying Aaron Rodgers can't come back. So I'll take the Niners. I know the spread.
And not even win. He needs to win by like 2 touchdowns.
Yeah,
for people to shut up.
He needs to he needs to have a good game.
He needs to
Also,
show like some dominance.
Yeah. Also, I know we're talking about the Jets having a nice defense, but I just like as nice as a defense it is, I can't see a team's defense. I can think of like 4 teams off maybe that can like try to contain Christian McCaffrey.
Yeah.
And like those 4 teams that I could see like trying to contain him are like Eagles, Chiefs, Ravens, and I don't know who's a 4th that has like really, really good defense like that. Like maybe the Browns?
Maybe. Yeah, so I mean the Niners, I'm taking the Niners. Sorry Jets fans. It's not just my bias.
I'm sorry, all 3 Jet fans that are still living
that are watching this. But yeah, so
we don't make those anymore. They haven't made a Jets. God hasn't created a Jets fan since the '60s, bro.
Yeah.
You'll be surprised, dude.
Really?
Yeah.
They make those in stock still?
Mm-hmm. You haven't been to New York, have you?
No.
I have, but like this was years ago.
Y'all need to clean your streets. I've been up there. That's ugly as shit. Clean
when
that up.
I
Man.
went to New York, the only New York team I saw like jerseys for was the Giants. I didn't see anything
Yeah.
for the Bills or the Jets.
The Bills are
Also,
more
what
like
you mean I
a
can't get a liter of pop? You guys are stupid.
Bills
Fix
are
your
more
shit.
like a New York State, like Western New York instead of like New York City. But is there anything else? Those were all the games. Is there anything else you guys want to add before we call it?
Go Patriots.
So
Let's go
the
Ravens.
so the Super Bowl is going to be Bills versus Lions, and
No,
Lions are going
it's
to win.
Jaguars. It has to be Jaguars Lions.
It's gonna be Jaguars, Falcons, and Falcons win by a bajillion.
Hey, I would gladly take Jaguars Lions, man. You know what that means? That means it's an easy Super Bowl,
Yeah.
man.
DJ's saying this, but in that dark timeline, if the Jags are to win, he's hanging himself. Like, we are never seeing DJ again.
Yeah.
So, I yeah, no, I ain't gonna sugarcoat it. But yeah, so that's all for this episode. We'll catch you guys hopefully next week. We'll react and we'll predict again.
It's gonna be fun, dude.
Oh my
I'm so
God.
excited. I'm so excited.
I have all 17 pictures ready, Riley.
Oh, I know. I have a picture. I'm gonna have to get more. I won't
For
need
what?
much.
Oh,
So.
you're gonna start taking pictures too now for when the Bills win?
Oh yeah. Well, no, I have pictures for if the Ravens lose. I need to get like 5 of them.
I need to know what I did to be this hated besides the fantasy thing.
Success. Like
What success? Who lost?
it don't matter. You got further than I did. But
We
yeah,
lost the team actually.
we will catch you guys next time and go Bills.
Peace out,
Go Ravens.
motherfuckers.